Hello. So usually you see me with woods or trees in the background of my videos. I'm in the city, the county seat of my county. I try to keep some of those details vague just for my privacy, but this is where I came to vote just a few months ago. I had to drop off some paperwork in the same building, and I've been thinking through the last couple months, and even some videos I posted almost a year ago now, about voting, about being involved in the process, about our country and what's really going on behind the scenes. Also, just a few weeks ago, my family and I got to go visit Washington, D.C., and actually got to tour the White House. Really cool experience. I'd been to D.C. before personally, but never actually gone in the White House. While I was in the White House, I did see electrical outlets, but I did not see light switches. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I was a little distracted, but I did not see light switches. You say, why is that important? If you go back and look at some of the videos of our previous president giving speeches supposedly in the White House, there was clearly a light switch on the wall behind him that looked very residential. And that, and amongst many other things, caused me and probably many Americans to doubt whether there was authentically someone in the White House. And I've referenced this conspiracy in my other videos, especially if you go back and watch Resolve. Who was really in control during those 4 years? The narrative that is being slowly released through conservative media outlets and through the liberal media outlets right now is that our previous president was not coherent and that he was a puppet. Well, duh. But who was really pulling the strings? And if you go back to my video Resolve, I talk about one theory that the good guys have actually been in control for the last 8 years and are still in control now, and that this has all been one big psyop. Now, maybe some of these words that I'm actually using are going to cause this video to get flagged, and my channel will get suppressed again. I don't know, we'll see. I may even leave the comments up on this video, because I am curious how many of you who watch the videos or are allowed to see these videos agree with me on some of these thoughts. I am excited about what our current administration is doing. I'm not in support of necessarily everything, carte blanche, but the impetus of America first, and let's take care of ourselves before we then try to take care of others, just as a general rule of thumb. Trying to stay out of pointless and needless wars, trying to de-escalate situations. I'm not trying to get on a political soapbox here. I don't want to divide anybody, but I am curious what the future is going to unfold as far as what has really been taking place, whether or not we'll ever fully know the truth or not. Again, light switches. Why would the White House need light switches? If you've ever helped run security for any kind of event or venue, you know that a light switch is a massive vulnerability. We need to think for ourselves. Be careful letting other people do your thinking for you. I hope you're not letting me do your thinking for you. I'm asking some of these bizarre, tough questions of myself and of you to encourage logical thinking. I would love to live in a world where I could always have trees in my background and I have to worry about everything else. But the sad reality is we do have to live in community with people. We do have to come to town sometimes. We do have a biblical mandate on us as believers to be good neighbors and to take care of each other and to work for the betterment of humanity. I do believe there is a biblical mandate for that. We might disagree with the process of how that is done. But I also want to challenge you, just because current administration is in the driver's seat, don't go to sleep. Even if we were just allowed to think that things were unraveling, I hope that the last 4.5 years were a good example, whether it was real or staged, that things can unravel very quickly. Again, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I'm hoping for the best with this current administration in the driver's seat, that we have a bright future ahead of us. A lot of really good things are in motion. But it could unravel very quickly, and I'm not trying to fearmonger. I want you to be prepared, fellow American citizen, fellow Christian believer, fellow human. I want you to be prepared, and for you to not only be able to take care of yourselves, but also your loved ones who are around you, because that's how true community is built. You take care of yourself, okay? That sounds selfish, but take care of yourself first, so that you put your mask on first before you help the person next to you. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of your immediate family. And then when you can take care of your immediate family, you can work together as a team to take care of those in the community around you. And then you work together as a team, and that's how it goes. That's how it grows. You cannot go backwards, and that's what socialism and communism, that's why it falls flat. It's trying to do that process backward, give all the power and the skill and the talent and the ability to the overlords, and then you've taken away people's desire and drive to do what's right and to even be a part of the system at all. They're just waiting on a handout. That's the other kind of heaviness about this building where I'm at. Our government has become so much of just about handing out. And if you are blessed with some of that money coming back from the federal government in the next couple of weeks, I want to challenge you not to just go spend it on a new vacation or a new car, something like that. Set aside some of that money to invest in good equipment, classes or training to use that equipment. And it can be a fun experience for you and for the whole family. You can count it as vacation. Go on a camping trip, hiking trip, build some of your self-reliant skills and help build that in others. Something to think about, and I hope you do your thinking for yourself. I'll close with this. When I did come to vote here just a few months ago, right over there in that office, I asked them, I said, how do I know that this vote counts? And they stammered around. They had no idea. Well, you see that number? I said, I see that number. How do I know that this vote, this count, this actually is added to the national average and all the national numbers? How do I know that as soon as I walk out of here that one of you isn't going to erase this number? That's a valid question, and I personally will always have some distrust in the system. Doesn't mean I'm going to be trying to tear it down. And the way, I guess, to build that trust back is what we were talking about, having good relationship, and that I can trust my neighbors who are up here running the equipment, that they aren't going to delete my vote. All this to say that there still seems to be some stuff going on behind the scenes that we need to be ready for. Don't get complacent. I don't know if you saw my short back in November. It's about time to jump back in the lake again. I did it literally. I'm talking literally now too. Like, let's get ready. Let's embrace the suck. You know, let's get to work. Let's build this country back, starting at the community level, starting back at the family level, starting back with yourself. Brick by brick. Again, some things to think about. Thanks for sticking with me. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst.